Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be doing a book review, and I'm going to be reviewing two books. It's the first two books in a new series, and I believe it's going to be a trilogy. I'm not 100% sure. I know there's a third book that's coming out next year. I don't know if there's going to be more than that. I think it's a trilogy. But anyway, I'm reviewing the first two, and that is the first one being A Wicked Thing by Rhannon Thomas. And this is a retelling of Sleeping Beauty. So pretty much Aurora, Sleeping Beauty, has been asleep for 100 years. And she finally wakes up, and of course her kingdom is completely different. Everyone she knows is long dead. All her family, friends, they're all long gone. And she pretty much wakes up and is told that, true love's kiss woke her up, and now she's destined to marry Prince Roderick, who is the one that woke her up. Of course, things aren't gonna go according to plan, and things happen differently, and yeah, that's all I can say without spoiling it. But this was really good. I really enjoyed it. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I really loved the characters. I really like Aurora, and the fact that she doesn't like she doesn't want to take things for what they are, so she doesn't buy into the whole fairy tale destined to marry the prince that woke her up. She wants to be able to choose her own life and make her own choices and not be stuck doing what she thinks she has to or what people expect her to do because of some curse or whatever. So I really enjoyed it. I loved the characters. I really liked the concept of the story, being that she wakes up 100 years later and it's completely different world that she has to get used to and adjust to. We really don't see her life before the curse. We get told bits and pieces of her life before the curse, but we really don't see it because when the book opens up, the first chapter starts off with her waking up. Prince Roderick kisses her and she wakes up. And so we don't know too much about her past, but that's actually the interesting thing, is because in this, a little bit in this book, but more so in the second book, we find out a lot more about her past and why she was cursed in the first place. And so, yes, like I said, I really enjoyed this. I liked the characters. I really liked Finnegan, even though Aurora did not like him at first. She she thought he was her words, which I could see why she would say that, but her words were he was insufferable, and she kind of thinks he's this arrogant, full of himself guy. But I don't know. I really liked his character, and there's a lot more to his character. Yeah, he sometimes comes off like he's a know-it, like he knows it all, or kind of arrogant in a way. But I still really enjoyed his character, and I was definitely rooting for Aurora and Finnegan to be together. I was definitely shipping them together. So yeah. So that's the first book in the series. And then the second book, and I got both of these at the library. Oh, and funny story, actually, this is how much I do not read ebooks very often. So I have a ton of ebooks on my iPad that I really should read and I need to read, but I hardly ever read ebooks. I prefer physical books. So I forget a lot of the books that I have on my iPad as ebooks. So a wicked thing, when I saw it at the library, I got it. So I was like, oh, I've been wanting to read that. And then I got it and I read it. And then later on, I realized I totally have this book on my iPad as an ebook. Could have read it any time, but because I do not read ebooks that often, I forgot I even had it. So yeah, I really need to read more of my ebooks on my iPad. So I have a ton of them that I just forget about. So anyway, the second book is Kingdom of Ashes, again by Rhannon Thomas, and this one is the sequel. I can't really tell you too much of what it's about without spoiling the first one, but I will say that in this one we get to find out a little bit more about the kingdom, Aurora's kingdom, and she ends up traveling to another kingdom in this book, the kingdom where Finnegan is from. She ends up traveling there to kind of figure out more, because some things happen in her kingdom, and that causes her to end up traveling to his to find out more about herself and more about the curse that she was placed under. So she finds out more in this book about why she was placed under the curse, and more about her mom, kind of her backstory. So yeah, it was interesting to find out all this stuff about her in this book. There's some twists that I didn't expect, and some that were, some that weren't too shocking, but some that I was like, I just didn't expect. Um, so I really like that. And one thing I will say I really enjoy about this one is we see more of um, Celestine, which is the witch that put the curse on Aurora in the first place. We see her more in this book. We see her a little bit in the first one, but not that much. We see her a bit more in this one. Still not too much, but more than the first. And in this one, I gotta say, I really like her as a villain. Like, I think she's a really good villain. And she actually reminds me, Celestine reminds me of Valentine from the Mortal Instrument series, in the sense that she does all these things that are horrible and evil, but to her, she's doing the right thing. Like, kind of that warped sense of, I'm doing what's good, even though it's actually really, really horrible. And so Valentine is like that, and I think Celestine is like that as well, where, she's absolutely horrible, but she feels like she's doing what's right, or the right thing for her, at least. And we did get to find out a little bit about Celestine's story. So we kind of find out like how and why she ended up the way she is. I mean, it doesn't go too in depth into her story, but we do get a little sense of how she became um, what she is or how she is now. So, yeah, I enjoyed this one. I gave Kingdom of Ashes, I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. And so, yeah, I really liked it, and I cannot wait for the next one, which comes out next year, so I have to wait. I really want the next one now. But, oh, and another thing, if you like dragons, there are dragons in this story, so that's really cool. This one's also got a bit more action than the first one, and it's a bit faster paced. So I really enjoyed that as well. So, yep, that's pretty much it for my review of these two books. If you've read either of them, let me know in the comments below what your thoughts were. And also let me know what is your favorite fairy tale retelling, because there's so many out there. And I have a bunch of fairy tale retelling books that I need to read and I want to read. Maybe this summer I'll do like a summer of fairy tale books, fairy tale retellings. I don't know, but let me know what's your favorite fairy tale retelling that you would recommend. Um, Especially something other than Lunar Chronicles, because I know a lot of people are gonna recommend the Lunar Chronicles, and I do need to read those. I have the first book, I have Cinder, and I need to read it. But if there are any other retellings that you really enjoy, I might have to check those out as well. So let me know. And yeah, I will see you guys next time with another video. Bye.